I had to read Article 77 of the Iroquois Confederacy as part of the oral tradition of serving the eviction on the colonizers, the imposters, the frauds, the settlers, and anybody they brought over here. So before they give it back, they got to get them motherfuckers out of here. We didn't ask for them to come over here. We didn't send for nobody, but everybody came. Right? And then when they got here, they lied to us about who we was. And then they lied to some people that they brought with them, some mercenaries. They lied to their kids, put them in Indian school and gave them half of our history because they didn't give them enough of it to infuse them with the essence of our tribal traditions, because they have to do it ceremonially and ritualistically, and we do it naturally, organically from the soul. We are who the fuck we say we are, no matter who they trying to tell. It don't matter. We are who we say we are. We came over here, right, to tell everybody, y'all don't run this motherfucker. And when I say came over here, I mean came over here to the internet. The reason the internet, because a lot of people think that I just started doing some chief shit since I've been on the internet. No, I was assigned the internet. This is my assignment as the chief, because the youth was trapped in the World Wide Web, and nobody could figure out how to get information to the youth in order to make because once the babies got it, they screwed, and the babies got it now. So I had to come on social media and just repeatedly drop motherfucking receipt after receipt, lecture after lecture, facts after facts, until there ain't no doubt that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you got people still that's leery. Other tribes, as they should be, considering the conditions of what's been taking place, the levels of infiltration, the methods of infiltration. Nobody's studying this shit but me and about 20 other motherfuckers. The whole military strategy and the operational imposition of a foreign culture. They didn't change the tribal traditions, and they gave us legislative morality to replace the tribal traditions. Right? Now, you got people that don't remember the old culture. Y'all don't know why girls couldn't stay at home when they hit puberty, because now they got us believing that this is some weird shit. But they used to kick them out at puberty so they don't have incest babies, because nature don't take its course. Right? And it don't have to be, it could be two kids. A 13-year-old boy can get a 13-year-old girl pregnant. So some of the tribes, not all of them, every tribe had they different customs, and there was a reason for it. Some tribes, the women had to be sequestered from all men. They sent them to the Califia queens for training. That's why that all came about. The Califia queens say, look, we Yoni priestess and Oshun priestess and love goddesses, so send all of the ones that's not allowed to be socializing with men to us, and we'll teach them everything they need to know to live life with or without a man. So they would send them to the Califia queens, and they would go to the castle, the Califia castle that they blew up and built Alcatraz on the spot. And then they built a replica of it called the Disney Castle, so that when we look west, we still gonna see the castle. It just ain't in the right place. That means something's been moved. And when you know if you have past life memories and you know the culture, you remember when it was where Alcatraz was, and you don't know why they got an entertainment park wrapped around it right now in California. I think they even got another replica in Florida. Florida, the finish line, because that's where it all started. Florida didn't just used to be where Florida is today. Florida used to stretch all the way to Louisiana. Most of us don't know that. Louisiana was Western Florida. And the Florida North extended all the way up to like the 40-something parallel. So Florida was the biggest territory. See, we didn't have states. Right? And they didn't conquer us state by state. They broke up territories They went in with tribes that they didn't capture their leaders and shit, and now they got a bunch of youngsters that don't know what's going on, and they get tricked by somebody that look like us that's a provocateur. He's an agent provocateur. This is why the president was naming people the chief of a tribe that ain't got damn drop of blood from that tribe so they could sign a treaty. This is where the fraud is in the original treaties that y'all don't know about. There is no Little River running on no treaty. I ain't seen that yet. I ain't seen Lone Wolf standing on no trees. They tell you about sitting wolf, Lone Wolf, Red Wolf, sitting bull, standing bison. They tell you about all of them, but they don't never see none of them names on no treaties. I don't see no crazy horse on no treaties. Because 99% of the tribes refuse to do business with the imposters, with the frauds, the colonizers. And that's why you have to know how the grandfather clause works. Because if you don't know how to call back on the law that brought them motherfuckers over here, which is in the Iroquois Confederacy Constitution, and you have to find a war chief. It's only 2 war chiefs that could have did it that's walking around free. The other war chiefs that could have read it out in the open is locked the fuck up. Angel Bay, Big Tookie, they was locked the fuck up by the system of the COINTELPRO. If you go back to Readiness Exercise 1984, they was specifically telling them to target the leaders and replace the leaders with provocateurs. Come on now, we got to get smarter than this. We got to start brain banging. If we don't start brain banging and we keep going out here following these clowns to our own destruction, if a person sit there in the middle of a heated police situation where civilians have recently been shot by law enforcement and they telling you they finna have a shootout with them and they over 30 years old, they making that shit up and they false. They frauds. Because I'm gonna tell you why I know. If as many opportunities as it is for us to go to war with the police, nigga, you not finna do that. You just grandstanding in public because the ones that's about that life done already got their life snatched. The boy in Texas, right, came back from the military and woke the fuck up and realized that he was fighting for the fucking enemy. Then he started, okay, I got something for him. He didn't go get no motherfucking 100 motherfuckers. He went and handled his business. The boy in D.C., they called him a snitch. He ran up in the police station and handed it to their ass, and they handed it back to him. Because if you ain't really about that life, don't be trying to promote other people's children to go out there and do some dumb shit you're not gonna do. That's wrong. That's wrong. You walk around on here flashing your firearms on social media and shit. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But don't be trying to influence innocent children, because that's the only people y'all trying to influence, because you ain't going to get no common sense adult that done seen this bullshit play out to get involved in that foolishness. They got to clean this motherfucker up before they give it back. ICE is just one of the tools. And it's also a code at the same time. They telling you who they working for. It's in the name. ICE on the land mean ISIS is on the land. They Big Mama home, motherfucker. They trying to get this shit right. Big Mama home. They trying to get this shit right because they got to give it back. They gonna give it back, whether they want to or not. That's irrelevant. It's too many of us aware now. It's too many of us that woke up from this motherfucking internet shit. The gossip, we done injected truth into the gossip circle with the receipts, and oh boys, that ain't the talk of the town now. You got the ones and naysayers. You got the backbiters and the player haters. You got the imitators and the perpetrators. You got the rats and the snitches. You got the invaders and subverters. They all coming. But they all talking about one thing. Them niggas that was already here. In one way or another, we done took over the algorithm. We done took social media over by storm. We done took the World Wide Web over by storm. We getting support from Tonga, from Samoa. We getting from the Philippines, from China, from Japan. They just had a coup in China. A whole full-blown coup. Because motherfuckers don't want to go back to the matriarchy because it's going to hold these rotten motherfuckers accountable. Ain't no accountability under patriarchy. Go by the motherfucking law of the jungle. The strong survive. That's not matriarchy. Under the matriarchy, hear me clearly, You are only according to your own merit. You don't get special consideration because of what your daddy did, what your mama did. You got to go out and prove yourself to yourself and the ones in your family before they can send you to the community for you to prove yourself to them. And when you done went through all of this shit, that's called chief development. And if you don't know what it looked like, then you ain't probably supposed to be here. Stop letting these clowns, these fucking lawyers, talking about they civil rights, Ben Crump motherfuckers, the Roland Martin motherfuckers. If they ain't ready to start telling y'all the fucking truth, don't trust them. They agents. They working with the motherfuckers that we trying to get rid of. Don't trust them. Don't fuck with them. Stupid ass niggas.